Damn it, man. We almost got Cade. Jesus, I really wanted Cade, man. I'm just a little disappointed, but boy, number 2 is pretty good too, isn't it? Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video on Manav Sports Talk. I'm your host Manav, and in this video, I'm talking about my Houston Rockets and how we got that number 2 overall pick in this 2021 NBA draft. The Rockets had a 14% chance of getting that number 1 overall, and we were right there, man. I was like on my couch, I was watching, and then when it got to those top 2 between us and the Pistons, I literally stood up and I was waiting, and then the guy said Rockets, and I immediately fell back into my couch, just like thinking for a second how we missed out on Cade, man. Cade is just next level. I would have loved to have him on the team. It would have been insane. We would have made the playoffs and stuff, but like, Cade is next level compared to all of the other guys, you know. No offense, but Cade is like super good. But either way, I'm pretty happy getting that number 2 overall pick. It was pretty much 50-50, honestly, getting top 4 or that 18th overall pick. So, I mean, we really escaped the potential disaster, and like so much worse was possible happening, like getting that 18th overall pick if we ended up drafting at number 5, which would really suck because OKC would have taken it, and then we would have to be stuck with that 18th overall pick, which would be really bad. But it's one of the best outcomes that ever could have happened, honestly, for the Rockets. To get that number 2, the only better option was number 1, and getting that top 4 was really huge because the Rockets get to keep their pick, and that was really what I was worried about, man. My heart was like racing before the top 4 was selected, because like the Rockets had to get top 4 because it would have been horrible. And either way, also it's been a pretty good day for the Rockets because Pistons, Raptors, Cavs, they're all in the East as well, so this other top 4 don't go. And I would definitely not trade this number 2 overall pick. I know a lot of Rockets fans think you should be traded this pick. No, don't trade it, because this NBA draft is loaded. This is one of the best drafts you've ever seen in the NBA. And getting at number 2, I mean, it's really good. These players are really insane, and we're going to get into that. And by the way, the last fun fact, the last number 2 for the Rockets was Rudy Tomjanovich in 1970. So, second number 2 overall. And then we also have 2 other first-round picks, so I think the Rockets are ready and loaded. And let's talk about who I think the Rockets should get with that number 2 overall pick. First off, Evan Mobley, the 20-year-old 7-footer from USC. He was insane at USC. He was Pac-12 Player of the Year, Freshman of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year, and he was the only player to ever do that. And he was also named to the All-America team as well. 7 foot, huge wingspan, 7'4". He has that two-way superstar ability. You know, honestly, he could have been the top pick in this draft if it weren't for Cade Cunningham. And he averages about 16 points per game, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks in USC. He also had 77 blocks in that season. And generally, wherever he goes, he is a winner. And, you know, he can steal the ball as well. Look at this defense. It's going to be top-class defense you're getting from Evan Mobley. He's really, really good defensively. And that's definitely what you're going to see early on. Obviously, you got to build him offensively. But defensively, he's already, you know, very, very high level. He's pretty fluid offensively as well. I mean, he's got touch and handles, you know. Players that are much smaller than him, you don't see really 7-footers doing that kind of stuff. And he's a very, very powerful finisher. And, you know, he's got to improve offensively with those points and interior offense with coaching. And we have Steven Silas, who better, honestly. And he can shoot long range, you know, even threes, like Christian Wood. And if we have him and Christian Wood in the front court, that is stacked offensively. Because he's a great defender and rim protector. You know, Christian and even Evan Mobley, they're not, you know, the biggest bodies. They're not so physically, like, build it up, right? I mean, they can build that up too. But I think it would be probably the best young front court in the NBA with Jae'Sean Tate if he can get Evan Mobley, who's obviously going to be available. But to me, the pick for the Rockets, it's got to be Jalen Green to me. Jalen Green to me is the pick for the Rockets at number 2. He was a player for the G League Ignite. He's 6'6" and he's only 19 years old, which shows you how incredible he is. He didn't go to college. After high school, he went straight to the G League, which is something that the guys are doing right now. And he plays shooting guard for the Ignite. He was very, very good. And he's one of the best basketball players, you know, very young player. He's going to be super great. Has tremendous upside. He's super athletic. This guy has major hops. He can jump insane. His head is over the basket, honestly, when he jumps. Springy guy, super athletic, can contort his body, all kinds of stuff. And plus, he's an amazing scorer. Basically, what you're doing is combining the NBA's Zach LaVine and Bradley Beal into one player. Pretty much what you're doing right now. And he's a scoring machine. Honestly, some of the guys are saying that, he could be one of the leading scorers in the NBA soon. And basically, you're combining athleticism and shooting, which on the offensive end is truly amazing and powerful. And in the G League, he averaged 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.5 steals over 15 games. You have to remember the G League, it's much tougher than the college basketball because it's NBA, right? You're still going against, lower NBA competition. And he shot a good amount of threes. He takes about 6 threes a game. And plus, that athleticism that gives you burst, that second step acceleration is unheard of. It's maybe even better than Russell Westbrook. And he can, like I said, he probably needs to be more physical. That's something he'll need to be improved on. He's a great off-the-dribble player, but defensively, he's going to be inconsistent. He's got to improve that defense. But, he's really going to make up that scoring from James Harden that we had. Kind of resembles James Harden, that scoring. He can turn the ball over as well. And then to me, with him and KPJ, this Rockets backcourt is going to be ridiculously good. And probably the best young backcourt you're ever going to see. And then the front court is also pretty solid, Jae'Sean Tate and Christian Wood. And Jalen Green shoots about 46% from the field, 37% from 3, and 83% from the free throw line. And we would have the future of the league with KPJ, who's 21 years old, and then Jalen Green, who's only 19 years old. So that would be really insane, and he is the pick for me. I want Jalen Green. If you're Rafael Stone, get Jalen Green. Now, talking about KPJ, he was insane. We know what he was. He was so great for this team last year. He had a couple of 50-point games, 17 points per game, 6 assists, 42% from the field. And he's so amazing as a 21-year-old, and he's going to really develop, which is why getting Jalen Green, that backcourt is loaded. And then Jae'Sean Tate, averaging 11 points per game, 5 rebounds, 50% from the field, 31% from 3, and he made the all-rookie team. Jae'Sean Tate, 25-year-old, is really incredible. I think, especially defensively, he's a pretty good player. And then KJ Martin, kind of like Jalen Green, he has major hops himself. He had one of the dunk of the years. He's also 20 years old. He averaged 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, a block, and a steal, 37% from 3, and 51% from the field. And then you have some other guys like Daniel House, a very young forward. He kind of chipped in here and there. And then I'd really love the Rockets to keep Sterling Brown. To me, he was really good off that bench. He played a lot of starting roles for this team. He was a great scorer and shooter. And then Stephen Silas, we have another young head coach. This Rockets team could probably be the youngest team in the NBA. And then Stephen Silas, young coach, but he's so great offensively, an offensive mastermind. Now imagine what he could do with Jalen Green, Christian Wood, and Kevin Porter Jr. in that offense. That's a big 3 right there for us, and that would be amazing. I think Silas can do a great job with that pick. And then Christian Wood, the MVP. This is why I'm kind of hesitating to choose Evan Mobley, simply because we already have Christian Wood, right? Christian Wood's our center right now. He's like our MVP, and he's only 25 years old. He averaged 21, 10, and 2 with 37% from 3 and 51% in the field, plus a steal and a block. So Christian Wood is already there in front court. You're getting another center in Evan Mobley, and you're kind of getting similar kind of styles here, right? So I would really try and bolster up that backcourt. We need a shooting guard, and I think that would really, really help this team. And, I would really want Jalen Green to be a part of this team. This is going to be epic, and I love this Houston Rockets team. I'm so excited for what they're going to bring in the future. And I think, honestly, whether they get Evan Mobley or Jalen Green, this team's going to have a great shot at the play-in. Going to be a 9th or 10th seed according to me, and I think they could make some noise. Either way, go Rockets. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please go down, hit the like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.